Yeah, they're trying to snag that when they bought.
Yeah, well, if you
use
look at
that
the
Midas
IEN
label.
on this, it's just not good enough for a Midas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So it's just not good enough.
I was trying to convince them to buy the Midas.
Okay.
It's a little bit more.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, well, I'm English and I come from the professional sound world.
Right.
And
Yeah, and
so
they were the
Behringer is, and Midas is.
Yeah.
No, I got you. It's you want that Squire, but you know what? Some Squires in Mexico are actually sound pretty good. I would throw up. It depends. It's harder to come by, but I've come across some Mexican Squires that I would throw up next to an American Fender.
Okay.
So.
But they're one
But just
company.
obviously digital too.
One company now, right?
But,
Anyways,
Behringer and Midas.
Yeah, except
Behringer
like,
bought Midas.
they bought Midas after they they cheated their way to the top.
Yes.
short of doing a full walkthrough on this, like
Yeah,
it's been
it's
a
not-
long time. Really, kind of want to be able to.
From my point of view, I'll read the manual and I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
So,
that's your best bet. That's the
Yeah.
best kind of way to go about it.
but I mean, I'm not trying to
quick,
hold you more what you guys need to do.
quick overview of it at least. It works like most intuitively, like any other digital console would
Yes.
would work. And so yeah, basically you're able to select you have 16 faders here. You can select which one you want, and when you select that means that all of these knobs and buttons up here, you're now adjusting the channel that you have selected. So you got you like your physical knobs and stuff. It's got it here, so you can set your EQ, change your bandwidth on, and get it here, there, adjust your preamp, get the ha where you want it to be, and all of that. But it's based off of which channel you have selected. You can be, and then here's how you know which channels you're looking at. You got channels 1 on here. You got channels 1. You can select channels 1 through 8, 9 through 16, 17 through 24, 25 through 32. So these are like all your inputs, and you can select your aux inputs, your effects returns, and your buses. This adjusts all of these faders right here. These buttons here, this is where you get your DCAs and your buses, matrix, and your outputs basically to kind of mix. So you got most part inputs over here, outputs over here, set them up, and you can kind of go. Which is helpful, you come over here to mix a group how you want, and you just have your DCAs here and roll them and write them during. If you want to set it up for one of your broadcasters, just kind of if they just need to kind of ride your DCAs to keep the mix good, that's a good method with volunteers, right? Have some presets set up ready to go for them, and they know, we need more keys, I need more background vocals, I need my lead vocals, or whatever, however you want to do that. I'll leave that to you guys. And going in here, I guess it'll be the same deal in terms of loading the scenes. There aren't any in here yet because we haven't saved anything. We just kind of have the initial one that's kind of been going, but you can pull up your scenes here and follow the prompts on the screen. Once again, short of doing a whole tutorial, I'm not as super versed on this. I could get through it and do it. If you need me to do something, I can set it up and get it going for you.
Like I say, from my point of view, SHUVAH's point of view, I'm not worried about that.
Right.
But Woodbridge, I mean, that's something different.
So this is where you guys would come, and we'll set up some scenes.
Yeah, I think I have one scene already, but
It's not on the first page.
oh, because it's home. I don't know. I think the.
You want to touch the screen.
I don't like the.
Maybe you can set it up for us
No, but it's a default.
Yeah.
Default
Well,
there.
good.
Okay.
and help us. You're probably more advanced.
Cool. So
The default is just what it is right now.
is what
So
it's
with
been.
17 unmuted,
Yeah.
like 31, 32 unmuted. And I think I put some gain on it. Or maybe not. Oh no, I think I did. But... No.
So currently on this, it's 31 and 32
Yeah, so
is
there's
just is patched the mix from the front of house, and then what they're using that. So it's solved the patching issue and the audio.
And the dropouts from the cameras and things.
Yeah, it got rid of the MacGyver setup to get it going. But so now it's set and good to go. But from here, depending on how you patch your outputs from the front of house and what you patch across on Dante, you can get it patched in here on the rest of the channels and mix it how you like.
But the 1 to 32 is all Dante inputs, right? Is kind of 1 to 32. Is whatever
Yes,
is
it's all
Dante
it's
is.
it's set up to all be
Yeah.
Dante. So you can use the analog stuff on the back of this. So it has I/O on the back that you could plug into. If I don't know that they let you license to play CDs and stuff on the live stream. So, but if you had your own music or stuff you licensed or whatever to play, you could have your own live stream content kind of going in there. If you wanted it, but just bypass all that. You could patch it directly into this. Put a mic in, get a live stream host. Hey, let's check out the service downstairs. But
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like whatever is on stage for the instruments will also be here in this mixer.
so you can check you can check the routing on here. It's a little small screen that you'd have to come up and look at. And
Does it have
get to
a
know.
software version or a DAW? The X32.
Yes, it does. It lets you tap into it. Actually, if you get the X Air app for a mobile device like an iPad or a tablet or whatever, it's actually pretty easy. Gives you a nice big screen and lets you kind of mix it. Puts more if you like the touch screen and seeing your graphics and stuff instead of trying to look at the little screen on here. That's an option for you. To pull that up.
I'm getting lost on this board. I didn't have any sort of directions for the board at all, and I was using it at OSHA for one of the rooms, and I'm going, okay, well, how do I get to?
Yeah. Yeah.
But once you have the instructions, it's a lot easier. And I also noticed that with the air, like you said, the XR is so much easier.
Well, this is the producer model. So when you look at the manual, you go to Behringer, and you put in the X32, producer, and download a PDF of the manual, and however you prefer to read it, just to familiarize yourself with it. It pretty straightforward. It's got all the bells and whistles that consoles come out with now for the most part, and in terms of functionality, and you can hop on there. So that's all. What you'll just want to check is from here is making sure that the other part is your gain structure. Gain structure is like a big part of all this, and everybody kind of being on the same page. So what you're sending out from front of house, that it's not. You're not clipping, you're not sending something too high, but you want to have it up there. From here you can come in and you can see as it comes in, you can gain it as needed. It should be pretty good coming over from digitally. It should sound pretty good what you get.
So the gain controls work on Dante too?
Depending on how you patch it out of there. If you're patching a channel,
No, I mean the gain control is on here.
you can gain it up there.
Okay, from Dante.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now I'm not sure technically if it's it's not actual.
Oh, so-
gain as it
Yeah,
is
because that would
because it's
really be
the
analog, so
digital. It's
that
a
would really be analog. So
it's
it's
a
more of
di-
an attenuator.
yes, it's
Yeah.
attenuation.
Yeah,
That's,
okay.
sorry, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
As opposed to an actual gain, but
Yeah.
I use
But
kind
you
of
can change the levels here.
yeah. You can get it adjusted. You can knock it down. You can
If it's not
you can
right-
pad it, or you can
Yeah.
you can juice it up.
Okay.
And so it's checking that, and then it's these are set to line level, and the gain is down going into this because this guy's spitting it out pretty good for you. So you don't really need to turn this up, or you're going to be overcooking it.
Yeah.
And going into here, and then you can see and monitor from here. So what I suggest is I'm gonna hook up some reference monitors in here, and that'll be off of the console here.
Okay.
So you can reference. So you want to solo something or check it out. You know, you can get your mix kind of going the way you want. I would still maintain having some cans coming out of the computer so that you can also quality control or check the actual mix going into the computer. So have your headphones come up out of the jack on the computer and be listening to your live mix as quality control.
Yeah, well, that's what you do now.
Yeah. So, and so then you can see that. So this is the setup. Now you know, like if there was ever an issue, you can always come back to
Just crank the camera.
turn the camera feed back on and pop it on. If you're like, oh, we lost Dante, something's weird's going on, we don't have it.
Right.
Well, put
Right.
put the
Live stream people are going to be in here in the next 4 sessions that aren't here.
okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, but you know, that'll be the thing. Yeah, if
So
you're
we can
able to
just-
touch base with them.
I can save the settings and I can just shut it off the camera, and if there's either 2 settings, there go camera, go to the adapter, and we're on.
Right.
So if he fires his up on Wednesday, we're here, I'll just fire up the adapter. If not, it's not working, we go back to camera, we'll let it go.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's the only way I was confident to make all these changes, and
It's easy.
without, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to touch base with everybody,
easy,
but we
yeah.
changed it so because it's all still there,
You're right.
how you used to do it.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, so that's that. Add input, audio input, select the Focusrite. Now you got the input on there. Okay, well, turn the other ones off and turn that one on, and now you're getting whatever this guy's spitting out,
Good.
which could be the same mix that thing is already getting, or your own custom mix, what you want from
Yeah,
in
well,
here.
actually, I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing for a couple of weeks is maybe I'll bring in my computer so we can use that like we've been doing. And then start using
You
this
just need to make sure
to
you
get an
save your
idea
settings.
of actually producing a mix on it.
So that
Mm-hmm.
And then if we're not
they change it, you
comfortable
can
with what that's
revert
doing,
back.
Yeah,
we can go
yeah.
back
I've
to
saved on.
Everything's
Yeah.
saved.
Yeah, I've saved on there.
Yeah,
We'll get it.
yeah. If you want, you could still have it
Put
set
that
on
on
here,
thumb drive
like
if you
your mix coming from wherever. Patch it into here and be sending it out. And if you want to assign everything else to a group and then monitor that group so that you can play with the mix and it not affect your live stream, and kind of get it dialed in or whatever, you're able to do that.
yeah, right.
But yeah, otherwise it comes down to playing around with this guy
Great.
and your any audio engineer who comes in here and getting familiarizing yourself with it. But I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page in terms of routing. You know how to get the feed where it needs to go, and load up presets that you'll design for SHUVAH,
Yeah.
and then I'll create some for Woodbridge.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, as long as you're okay with this,
Yeah, easy.
that piece.
It's just we're already set up for that. It's just the other guys with their preset, their other production, not remix. But we'll have to
Yeah.
get them to bring in the other adapter channel.